Hello there, I'm Nita Rose, and in this video we are going to talk about Volume 24 of Rave Master. And we are going to start off with Chapter 192 titled Glazing in the Night Sky. They flew around the area looking for a hospital, while Plume managed to stop the bleeding of Nagisa's injuries. Haru and Let are still under the sleeping spell, and Julia and Ellie decide to have a little fun with them by decorating their faces. Griff asked Julia about her bikini top, whether it's a bra or not, and then she started teasing him by, well, doing this. This gave the two girls a good laugh, and Musica told them to keep it down and that they should get some sleep as well. Julia and Ellie decide to get some shut-eye while Musica stays up piloting the ship. Later, Nagisa wakes up and sees the autopilot activated. Then she finds Musica on top of the ship and decided to join him for a chat. What they're talking about really isn't that interesting. Nagisa wants to head to the Freedom Fighters' hideout. Musica tells her that it's too risky because the ship that they're using belongs to the enemy and can be tracked down. Oh, what did get my attention was Nagisa jumping off the ship knowing that Musica would save her. Julia saw this and thought it was charming, but then they get a message from someone saying that the Freedom Fighters hideout has been identified, which shocked Nagisa. She starts to panic and asks them to head east towards the hideout. Julia's sharp turn woke up Let and Haru as Musica took back the controls due to her reckless driving. They made it to the hideout as Nagisa leads the way, and to her surprise, they're not under attack. She was relieved that her people are okay as she brought Haru and the others with her. However, her father is not happy about bringing outsiders to their hideout, but Nagisa had her reason as she told him that the enemy has located their hideout and is about to launch an attack. However, it soon discovered that was all a trap, and the message was a lie. They were tricked into leading the enemies towards the hideout. As the enemy has arrived, the Freedom Fighters will do anything to protect their territory as Haru and the others will join them. While somewhere else, we are introduced to two new members of the Blue Guardian, Leopard and Giraffe. The Freedom Fighters getting ready for a battle as Haru asks if he can help out, but the guys just laugh at him thinking that he's too young to be in a fight this tough and dangerous. They have no idea what he's been through. Haru is upset for being treated like a child as Musica and Let discuss the outcome of the battle and is willing to join the fight. Meanwhile, the leader of the Freedom Fighters is keeping watch at the only entrance as Haru comes along and the leader asks him to join him. They chat about the Freedom Fighters and why they are so precious to him. Every one of them is his family, and the reason that everyone calls him Papa is because he adopted every single one of them. However, Nagisa is his biological daughter, as he also explained that the demon cards have stolen all their homes and that's why they become Freedom Fighters. But then suddenly the leader noticed the enemy coming their way and told Haru to leave, but he refuses. But of course, Papa gets angry at Haru for being rude for not listening. But then he sees Let and Musica take down half of the army as he introduced himself as the Rave Master. Papa was surprised by their strength as he also noticed 6 Blue Guardians in front of them while Haru and his crew were eager to fight. While Haru, Musica, and Let have the courage to face their new enemies, they don't know how strong these people are. I can easily tell you right now that they're gonna get their handed to them. How do I know this? Because it's one of those Hiro Mashima tropes. They are defeated this time, but I know next time they're gonna get back at them, as it's going to be an individual fight as usual, or it can be a team effort, maybe, I don't know. Now after they got their butt kicked, they all got flown back to the others. Papa told his crew that the gate has been breached and the enemy has entered into the hideout. Meanwhile, the other two guys were heading towards the gate to help their leader, but instead they end up finding this big guy and gets thrashed. Right before the big guy was about to finish them off, Ruby came in to save the day. How convenient. The Freedom Fighters are all willing to join Haru and the boys as Ellie and Julia decide to join in as well. Meanwhile, Ruby is dealing with the big guy, but as usual, he won't keep his mouth shut and tells his enemy the plan of attack, which caused Ruby to panic and runs away, and right before he gets killed, Let comes to his rescue. Ruby felt helpless, but the guy that he certainly saved told him not to worry as they have Let handle the fight. The big guy was about to use sleeping power on Let again, but then Ruby comes back and reflects the power at the big guy, causing him to fall asleep. It seems like a victory, however the big guy gets back up and starts attacking him while asleep. Let gets pulverized by the sleeping giant as Ruby comes in to help out, but he gets knocked down by the big guy, and that is when Let figures out how to beat him. It is discovered that the big guy is detecting the presence of his opponent's energy. Let managed to hide his presence, which caused the big guy to wake up, and he finished finished him off for good with his dragon powers. Let is now exhausted, but he knows the fight isn't over, and so he still stands guards at the gates. While Haru, Ellie, and Julia are helping the villagers fight the enemies, as Let tells the viewers about the strength of Julia. Julia goes against the big guy in the rabbit suit and seems to be getting the upper hand, but the rabbit guy seems to take a liking to her and he starts to, well, strip her down and try to make her his woman. But Julia is not having any of that and blows fire in his face as she can't stand men treating women like tools and start to get more serious. But the old pervert believes that he can get whatever he wants and that women are nothing more than weaklings, and that their weakness is losing their dignity by being naked in public. Okay, I think anyone will lose their dignity and become a laughingstock if they end up naked in public, both females and males. But that doesn't stop Julia, as she's not ashamed of being naked and shows it off. She takes this advantage to take down the old pervert. Haru and the others are back in the hideout fighting off the enemy. Haru and Ellie get into a stupid argument, but then the koala guy came with a giant machine suit as he was given an order to capture Ellie. She tries to fight him off, but then he ends up grabbing her while Haru is dealing with this thing. Ellie managed to free herself from the koala guy, but he built a new machine as he announced that's the power of his shadow stone. Now Ellie needs to figure out how to destroy this machine, but she can't think of anything and runs away. Hi, hello, sorry about the quick pause, but I just wanted to correct my wording real quick and say that Ellie didn't run away because she didn't have any ideas how to defeat the machine. She was running because she was out of bullets. So yeah, I just wanted to correct that real quick. And now back to the chapter. She gets captured again, but then gets saved by Griff and Blue with a blaster. Ellie wants to use that weapon, but Griff tells her that it's run out of bullets. Now the koala guy starts shooting at Ellie, causing the ground underneath her to crack, making her fall. Ellie's injuries prevent her from moving, but then she felt something behind her and it was a staff that caused the bright light. And according to Ellie, that staff belongs to her and the symbol on her arm reappeared. But actually, it's Raisha's staff, as she explained that it's the staff that could save the world, called the Staff of Time and Space. Ellie unconsciously used its power to send the bullets to another world. Griff noticed that this was Raisha speaking and not Ellie. The symbol on her arm disappeared as Ellie snapped out of it. Ellie is not sure what's going on as Griff told her that they need to run, and that's exactly what they did as the machines started attacking them again. Ellie tried to use the staff, but it didn't work this time, so she ran again. But then she soon learns how to unlock its power as she remembers that her magic is linked to her will to protect the one she loves. Once she understood what she needs to do, she took down the robot with the power of the staff and her Ethereon. Now it cuts to Haru dealing with this machine, and after it pins him down, it suddenly stops and then asks Haru for help. And this is where the volume ends. And that wraps up this video. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to check out my other parts on TikTok, and don't forget to look me on Discord and X. And I'll see you all next time. Nita Rose out.